Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this blog ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today we're taking a look at some of my favorite inks from 2021. Some of these, in fact most of them, are brand new to me in 2021, and a few of them are holdovers from last year that I just can't stop using. So, time to check them out. Firstly, let's talk about this brand, which is brand new to me. This is Dominant Industry. They come in these amazing bottles at 25 mils, so kind of a small bottle, but seriously cool. If I can get out the little drawstring and everything. Here we go. It's Private Reserve. This is Dominant Industry Tanzanite. You can see this is a shimmer ink, and it ends up looking like this. I got these from Yoseka this year, and here's another one. This is Lapis Lazuli. I pulled that because, man, this is a good swatch. Tanzanite, pretty chill. Lapis Lazuli, is it Lazuli? So much shimmer and sheen. So, check out Dominant Industry wherever you find those. Secondly, let's talk about Esther Brook inks. Esther Brook brought inks out this year. They finally got released, and they come in these very nice 50 ml bottles. They're a little bit pricey, but I found that they're all pretty darn good, and I really liked this one. I reviewed this a little while ago. This is Esther Brook Aqua and Shimmer Aqua. I never had any problems with the shimmer. The shimmer in here is very, very fine, and so it never stopped up my pen, and I love the color and the writing experience from these. I think this is a gorgeous blue. Totally worth checking out. If you haven't seen that yet, check out Esther Brook's Aqua and Shimmer Aqua from Kenro. Next up, we have Kala inks. Now, I've been a big fan of Kala inks for, I don't know, it feels like quite a while, but probably only the last 2 or 3 years, I guess. And they first came out with these pigmented inks, which are really good in the main, although they do tend to sometimes do a little bit of feathering and that kind of stuff depending on your paper and the ink itself. But they have all these great characteristics. They're water fast, and they're supposed to be light fast, I believe, and they have they're just a really nice ink and not terribly expensive. This one, Spectralite, has all kinds of colors going on in it, and it's got, you know, good pigmenty action. Now, this year, Kala brought out all kinds of dye-based inks, and I just pulled one of them just for fun because this is one that I've been using, and I really like Kala Sun Moon Lake. It is a really pretty ink. This is from a medium nib, and just that is a great green. So check those out. I've got these from Shigur Inks this year. Next, we've got a brand that has come back this year under new ownership and manufacturing, and that is Private Reserve. I've always liked Private Reserve because they were the first very, fancy, colorful inks that you could get your hands on back when I was first getting into fountain pens in the, mid to late 90s, I guess. And you could get Private Reserves, and you couldn't get any other, real cool colors. So, Irishizuku, but Private Reserve was definitely more accessible. And they are under new ownership. They're now owned by Yafa, owners of the Conklin and Monteverde brands, distributors of Diplomat and several other brands as well. And just like the Monteverde inks, which are extra good, the Private Reserves seem like they're very nice now as well, or I guess I should say again, or still. They are pretty wet in the main, so you definitely should put them in a pen that, can handle a wet ink, but look how beautiful that is. I've always loved American Blue. It's one of my favorites from back in the day, and continues to be just a stunner in that bright blue color there. All right. Also, I should mention, they have these, which are Infinity inks. These are pretty interesting. I don't love these as much as the standard line, but if you have a pen that tends to dry out, or one that you, perhaps your note-taking style is you write a bunch of stuff, and you sort of set a pen down, and you want to pick it up later and keep writing with it, these Infinity inks will stay wet in your nib for an extended period of time, which is pretty darn impressive. Just keep them on the good paper or in a fine nib, because they will tend to do a little bit of feathering and that sort of thing. But really cool thing that other brands have not been doing, this Infinity ink. Now, two that are just they're favorites of mine, and I really, really like them. The first one is this one. This is one that I found last year in last year's ink vent that Audrey put together for me. This is Linen Toolbar's Atmospheric Twilight. This is easily my favorite gray. I cannot keep this out of pens. It is always in at least one pen, sometimes more, because it's just That's, for me, that's a perfect gray. It's gorgeous. It behaves itself well. This is pigmented ink, so it's water fast. This is great stuff. Totally worth checking out. I just got this one as well. This is Hobei, which I also think is pretty good. Here's the swatch. Looks like this. Yeah. So check these out at your favorite linen toolbar distributor, and give those a try. And then lastly, not quite lastly. Lastly. And then this one, which I actually don't have a bottle to go with because all I have are little samples, and that's not very fun to look at. This is Panonia Keekfini, which is called Blue Light. And these inks have been great this year. I just discovered Panonia basically this year, and they're great. I really have been enjoying these inks. So check out Panonia if you get a chance. They are making really cool stuff. And lastly, for real lastly this time, this is an ink that I keep talking about. And look, this is my favorites of. You got to listen to me talk about it again. This is Tashasabi Midori, which you can see down there right there in the corner. This is just a great ink. It's for fountain pen, made in Japan, distributed by Nakabayashi. I don't know who makes this. I do know that it's made in Japan, but that's all I got. But this one is just a standout, and here it is on a little swatch card. Look at what's going on in this ink. Let's see if I can show you. But this ink, when you put it down originally, it is a blue, and then it darkens to green as it dries, which is super fun. It develops this beautiful sheen over the top of it. So you end up with sort of a, tealy base layer, and then a green mid, and then red highlights, or I guess kind of bronzy highlights or something, coppery highlights. And you can see as that little scribble is drying, it's turning green. And there you go. Now it's green. How cool is that? I love a color change in ink. This is just, this is too good, and it has been living in at least one pen on my desk all year, and usually a couple of other pens that are around here as well. So check out that one. I can't speak highly enough of Tashasabi Midori. All right, thanks very much for watching. This has been some of my favorite inks from 2021. Let me know what your favorite inks were in 2021 down here in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.